Well, good morning, fourth graders. How are you doing today? We are starting a new lesson in reading this week. We're still going to be reading informational text. That's text that gives us information about topics. We have read historical text, we've read scientific text, we've read technical text. Well, we're going to continue to read these informational text and styles, but this week we're going to focus on summarizing that information. Summarizing. Does anybody know what summarizing means? You're right. When you summarize something, you tell the most important parts. It's telling you when you summarize a text, you tell what the text is about while only sharing what's most important. So for example, if I wanted to summarize my summer vacation, what I did over the summer, I might tell you what I did and who was there, but I wouldn't tell you small details like what I wore every day or what I ate. When you summarize, you just tell the main things. We're going to focus on our learning target. Let me figure out how to get there. All right, fourth grade. So I had to figure out how to get to our learning target, but I got here. And so our learning target this week is to summarize a text by briefly restating the main idea and key details. This will deepen your understanding of the information you read. So we're going back to our lesson from 4 weeks ago where we talked about main idea and key details, and we're going to refocus on that while using it to help us summarize a text. So look at our read section. Writers of informational text organize their information around main ideas and key details about a topic. To summarize a text, briefly restate the main idea and the key details about the topic. Only include details that are important. Details that answer questions about the main idea. Put your information in an order that makes sense and be sure to use your own words. All right, so we're going to look at this text. We're going to read the text below and then talk about how we would summarize it in a sentence or two. Look at this picture. What are we going to be reading about? Toothbrushes. The title says every toothbrush has a history. So before I even read, I can think in my mind, I'm probably going to be reading about the history of toothbrushes. All right, let's look. The toothbrush has a history dating back thousands of years. Ancient Egyptians used toothbrushes made from the frayed ends of twigs. In the 1400s, the Chinese invented the first bristle toothbrush. The bristles were made from pig hairs attached to a bamboo handle. In 1938, the invention of nylon led to a modern toothbrush made of soft bristles. These improvements led to today's toothbrush, which comes in all shapes and sizes. But the basic job of the tool has not changed much. The toothbrush is still used to keep our teeth healthy and clean. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? All right, so we're going to think about what we've learned so far about summarizing informational text. So we know that summarizing informational text is telling the most important idea of the text. It says complete the chart below by identifying 3 key details that support the main idea. They already have the main idea for us. The materials used to make toothbrushes have changed over thousands of years. So we're going to find some key details to support that, and then we're going to use the information in this chart to write a summary of the article. So I've got that ready for us to go over here. So remember, our goal is how would we summarize even the toothbrush has a history. So we know that the materials used to make toothbrushes have changed over the years. So I'm going to go and I'm going to look over here. It says the toothbrush has a history dating back thousands of years. Ancient Egyptians used toothbrushes made from the frayed ends of twigs. Well, I know that that's a material that was used to make a toothbrush, so I'm going to type that as my first main idea. So I'm going to say ancient Egyptians used toothbrushes made of twigs. All right, so that's my first key detail. Let's keep reading. In the 1400s, the Chinese invented the first bristle toothbrush. The bristles were made from pig hairs attached to a bamboo handle. I feel like I found my next key detail. What would the second key detail be? Did you say that the Chinese invented a bristle toothbrush with pig hair? I agree. That's our second key detail. So I'm going to say in the 1400s, the Chinese invented the first bristle toothbrush using pig hairs. What about you? Would you brush your teeth with pig hair? What about twigs? All right, let's see if we can find a third key detail. So I'm going to keep reading. It says in 1938, the invention of nylon led to a modern toothbrush made of soft bristles. These improvements led to today's toothbrush, which comes in all shapes and sizes. All right, so have I read a third key detail? Can you tell me what it is? Yeah, I agree. It's the invention of nylon. So now instead of using pig hairs, people could use nylon to brush their teeth. So I'm going to write that key detail here. In 1938, the invention of nylon led to a toothbrush with soft bristles. All right, so now we've read the article, Every Toothbrush Has a History, and we've thought about the main idea of the article, and we've thought about its key details. So we know the materials used to make toothbrushes have changed over time, that the ancient Egyptians used toothbrush made of twigs. In the 1400s, the Chinese invented the first bristle toothbrush using pig hairs. And in 1938, the invention of nylon led to a toothbrush with soft bristles. So after we fill in the chart, it says use the information in your chart to create a summary of the article. Now remember, a summary is a couple of sentences, a few sentences that just share the most important fact of the article. And it says put it in your own words. So I'm going to think about this and let's write a summary, okay? So I'm going to say that let's say that we've got to put it what's important about this article. So it's over a long period of time, the materials used to make toothbrushes has changed. All right, so there we have our main idea of the paragraph in our summary. So now I'm just going to include some of our key details as examples. So I'm going to say ancient Egyptians used twigs to make their toothbrushes. In a long time ago, the Chinese used pig hairs as bristles. In 1938, nylon was invented and was used for toothbrushes with soft bristles. All right, so here we've summarized the article, Every Toothbrush Has a History. We've shared just the most important parts. Over a long period of time, the materials used to make toothbrushes have changed. Ancient Egyptians used twigs to make their toothbrushes. A long time ago, the Chinese used pig hairs as bristles. In 1938, nylon was invented and was used for toothbrushes with soft bristles. So you can see we just used the information in our main idea and key detail chart. We've just shared what's most important. So we can see that the main idea and key details helped us create our summary. The main idea was our first sentence, and then we used each key detail to give important facts. Guys, I'm going to end this lesson here, but I'm going to put a quick write, and I want you to respond on the quick write to the following prompt. Think about how you would convince a friend to read one of your favorite books. How would you tell your friend what was the book about? What details from the book would you mention and why? Remember, as you're responding to that prompt, to include not every single thing about the book, but you would be sharing what's most important. What's the main idea? What are some important details from the book? I can't wait to read your quick writes. Have a great day. Bye.